Hey everybody, here we are, Jenny's Gold Standard. I'm Jenny Gold, and we wanted to talk to you guys about, well, first of all, not podcast, because I have a great new person on today. This beautiful lady. I just met her through Jason, who was on last week, Freeman, and I met her and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, I think we have so much in common, and actually we do, which is crazy. So what's great about this is that you guys know why the podcast today is called My New Normal? You'll never guess that she's ever had anything happen to her in her life. She looks completely normal, and it's amazing. And I just am waiting for her to come back on. I don't know what happened here, but we're just going to wait for her to come back. So anyway, Deborah was born in New York and raised in Saudi Arabia. Her father worked for Saudi Aramco Oil. After 20 years of service in Arabia, her father retired to Florida. Her father's home state, her mother's family are all from Rome, Italy. She's beautiful. She said she had black hair. What you see her though? She's like blonde, like just like me. What can I say? And she's very well traveled and fluent in Italian. She retired 7 years ago after a 40-year-long nursing career. She worked predominantly in hospitals and assisted living facilities, mainly as a charge nurse for several 200-plus bed units. And she also was working in memory care too. All these are very important because you're learning about her background and what had happened to her. So let's go on. So Deborah has volunteered for Hospice, Meals on Wheels, Red Cross, taught CPR while working hurricane fears in shelters, for the shelters during the hurricanes too. She presently works with two successful online health and wellness companies. And this month, you guys, just so you know, this month is really crazy because not only is it Black History Month, but it's also, if I got that right, I believe I got that right. It's also CBD day today. It's CBD day. And guess what? She sells CBD, and so do I. Hence, we're going to actually have 2 giveaways. But you have to stay till the end. Hey, Philip. So, after experiencing her own stroke, see right there, September 1st of 2020, she just dedicated her life now to serving and helping others on their own recovery journey by gaining the knowledge needed for their improving overall health and function. She's also obsessed about seeing the snow. Like I just said, it's snowing here right now, right, Russ Hedge? Can you believe it? You sent this over here. So anyway, feel free to reach out to her. She loves to connect with people on LinkedIn or Facebook. So Deborah, I think we lost Deborah, but that's okay. She's coming back. So anyway, I'm so excited to have her on today. I'm telling you, she's one of the best people I've met. And of course, because she's friends with Jason Freeman, right? So anyway, I think she's like popped off by accident. I think she has to resend it. I'm really sorry, you guys. But anyway, hey, Russ and Philip, you guys have any questions for me yet? Seriously, that'd be great. Hey, Russ. All right, let's just keep going. Oh, she's coming back. Oh, she's trying to come back in. Anyway, she is so adorable, you guys. So adorable. Now, what freaks me out sometimes is she's like, hey, look at the deer in my backyard. And I'm like, no. Because you know me, I'm like, no deer, no ticks, no whatever. But she keeps sending me pictures and videos of them. They're behind the fence, so it'll be okay. Anyway, she's just amazing. So she did have a stroke in 2020, like I mentioned. You cannot even tell that she's had a stroke. What she's told me is that her memory is a little bit off sometimes. But, we all have an awful memory sometimes. But her memory isn't awful. I'll tell you that. It's quite amazing. So anyway, so that's what's going on with her. I can't wait till she comes back on. But maybe I should tell you guys what the giveaways are. You want to know about my giveaway? Because it is CBD month. Not CBD month, but CBD day today. And I did not know this until Nancy Lewis told us this morning. I was like, what? She goes, Jenny, you should know this, somebody. I didn't know that. It's not really publicized that much, right? Hey, Philip, do you take CBD at all? you guys going to stay to the end? Because then I can tell you the gift. It's a really nice gift, actually. Oh, hey, Russ Hedge. You're back again. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to be on Russ Hedge's show on Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will be, what? It'll be 9 a.m. here, and it will be 11. Is that correct, Russ? It'll be 11 a.m. on the East Coast. It's my second round with him. So we're going to be talking about marketing and just life, pretty much, right, Russ? Is there anything else you want to talk about? Let's see. He hasn't said that. Anyway, I'm going to tell you guys what the giveaway is because it's kind of cool. So if you know Howard Kaufman, I'm going to give away a CBD mouthwash. Oh, she's back. So I'm going to give away the CBD mouthwash. How's that today? And if you guys, the person that is the most engaging will win the CBD mouthwash. And it is fresh mint flavor. This is awesome.
I am so sorry. I don't know what happened with my phone. My phone just decided to go and take a poop. So I was trying to get back on, and I couldn't get back on my phone. So I had to come run in. And, of course, my computer had to be rebooted.
Okay. Hey, you know what? This is what happens.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And I told my husband, hurry up and open up the windows in that back room because it was hot in here, you know.
Everything outside before I was like, he's probably frozen like the snowman that I put on there today or yesterday on the camera. I'm like,
it's crazy. You know what it was too when I was trying to get on with you. I don't know what's going on with my phone or is it my iPod. I hear you guys when I was on a call the other day with a friend of mine, not a call he was interviewing me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
It's really strange. You sounded like a robot.
Because I am one.
You don't look like one. So hi everybody. Sorry.
Look who's here, my guest of honor. Deborah's here. Now, Deborah, I've been talking about you. If you need
I hope it was all good.
Anything that I said, you can just tell me. But we were talking about the fact that you have had a stroke, and that you don't look like you've had a stroke. It's like an invisible disease for you now. Was it an invisible disease when it happened?
Well, what happened with my stroke, which everybody says, well, you were lucky. When you have a stroke, it affects something, and some things are not visible. Right. With me, what's not visible is here. I have a lot of neuro fatigue. So I can be going, and then all of a sudden I will hit the wall, like going 100 miles an hour, and I have to unplug. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing. My poor husband has gotten so used to me saying at a certain time of night, okay, we got to turn the TV off because I'm done. The noise, the stimulation is just too much. So that's where mine is. And my stroke was, which is really sad because, I like the way that looks. I love the little light. Makes us look fancy.
They're fireflies, right?
Yeah, I love that. But some strokes can be prevented. And that's my biggest passion right now is to help people realize that you don't have to have a stroke necessarily. Some of them you're going to have. If it's a hemorrhage or a traumatic brain injury, from that you can have surgery. You can have surgery and have a stroke during surgery. But mine was due to stress. I was stressing myself out doing these online businesses. I was on my third one, and I was the type of person that was trying to help everybody. Get everybody signed up, get everybody on. And I stayed up till about 2:00 that morning.
Yeah.
And I woke up at 6 with my whole left side of my face was numb and tingling, almost like I went to the surgeon, the oral surgeon, and my mouth was all numb. And then my hand felt like I had slept on it funny. And I actually went to the bathroom at 6 o'clock and thought that's what happened. It said I had a pinched nerve or something in my neck or my arm. Because I've had 2 back fusions and I sleep really funny. I sleep the weirdest positions to get comfortable. Yeah. And sure enough, I woke up 2 hours later and it was worse. So it was from stress. And my husband saw it, guys. My husband kept saying to me, honey, you're overworking yourself. You're doing too much. You need to unplug, and, as women, Jenny, I'm sure we got this. We're good. Yeah. We're fine. And that's what we always say, and as a nurse of 40 years, my thing has always been, I'm the giver. I take care of you. I'm the nurturer. Right. Right. And also being a single mother made me the nurturer. Coming from an Italian background, another nurturing feature. So it was like I was going to fix things and do everything, and I forgot about myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And the thing is, it's got to be, must have been frustrating for you, I meant to say, because you're helping people that had strokes. You're helping people that had hip replacements and knee replacements and things like that. And I'll tell you, the gentleman that interviewed me yesterday who had a stroke, he had the same thing happen. Like, he woke up, went to the bathroom, and he didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know. So from what I understand, from what I remember, that's what I know, that happened. So, yeah.
Well, luckily for me, I knew right away once I woke up that second time that there was something going on. But, a lot of people don't know. I've heard stories of people that have gone weeks with just saying, oh, this headache, it's nothing. It's a migraine. It's a stress headache. It's don't blow that type of stuff off because it may be not just a headache. That's why today when you said you had a headache, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. Exactly. I know today I was like, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, I have a headache right now.
Yeah, especially if you have a headache that doesn't go away. I mean, that's like a key sign. You said yours went away, so,
I took like 400 milligrams of Motrin, but I almost called Russ Hedge because I was like, is it COVID? Is it the COVID? Because all of a sudden, it happened a little bit last night, and I think I only take one medication. I think I forgot that I took it in the morning, and I took it again last night. All of a sudden, I had really bad dry mouth, and I was like, I think that's what happened today, too.
Yeah. Well, at least you were on top of it, and you knew it was something that needed to be addressed. But some people just, they just continue to go to work and do their daily thing, or people will have a fall and then they feel a little bit off or a little dizzy, and they correlate that to the fall, and not that maybe something happened because of the fall.
Right. Exactly. So, and I mean, it's frustrating for people when they do have a stroke and they don't understand. I think the older and older you get, and it's something like that happens, like a stroke, yes, I've had a stroke. They can't, half the time they can't even say anything. But,
exactly.
Right.
And that all comes from how long you've gone. A lot of it is how long you've gone not getting treatment, because what a stroke is it's in the brain and it is killing brain cells while it's happening. And the longer you go without treatment, that more brain is dying, and brain just doesn't regenerate. Luckily, our brains are so smart. Our body, God created, we find different pathways, but the actual brain doesn't heal. And, it's like, that's why today we called this my new normal. For me, always having been the person that takes care of people and goes 100 miles an hour, I have had to learn to take it slow and calm down. And that's my new normal now, because I'm not used to that. I am not used to being the person that slows down. I'm used to being that 100 miles an hour person, doing everything and fixing everything. So my new normal is accepting that this may never be back to the way it was. And I've accepted that, and I've learned to live with it. I don't like it because I cannot plan from day to day how I'm going to feel. Like, I love doing lives with people, but you never know. I could have called you 10 minutes before going on and said, I can't focus. Or I'm dizzy, or I'm nauseous, or whatever it is. So it's hard. And when you have something, you have to figure out a new normal.
You do. That's just life. Like, it's life. for people like us. And I have not had a stroke. She's just referring to my Lyme disease and
Her Lyme, yeah.
right, and brain fog and things like that.
Exactly.
So it happens, and especially with COVID now. Let's see. That's really bringing people down too, because if they've had it, like, why can't I remember anything? And they say it slowly comes back. It's kind of similar. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just have to realize, that things happen and they're going to happen. And, a lot of people get very depressed and very suicidal. I hear so many different things in groups where people say, I don't want to live like this. I miss who I was. We have to stop focusing on who we were. Right. We have to focus on what we have. And I went there. I went there for a hot minute. I always do. I went there for a hot minute because my first thought was, oh God, my life, the way I knew it, is over. And why me? But I said that for, like I said, a hot minute. And then it was like, well, why not me?
Right, exactly.
What am I going to do about this now? I changed everything about my diet. Even though I ate healthy, I went and ate even healthier.
Yeah.
Hey there.
All right.
Another nurse.
I know, right? I said, that's what I wrote on Facebook today, or not Facebook, but on LinkedIn. I'm like, listen, people, I'm going to have a nurse on today, so she knows what she's talking about. So I'm not the nurse or the doctor. She's a nurse. She knows exactly what she's talking about.
I'm sure Alexandria knows what I'm talking about, how we want to do as nurses. And as nurses, we're not very good at being patients at all. I mean, we're fixers. We want to take care, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's gone through her own. Oh, get ready. Who's here?
Jason!
I know. Oh my God. He's commenting about your boots.
Oh, he's talking about my picture on the wall.
I was like, I was going to ask him, like, so you wearing those boots these days in Florida? Like, people are buying those boots up here, but I don't know about that down there.
I saw this huge piece of artwork. It was at a estate sale. I had to have it. It had the most atrocious frame around it. It's huge. I mean, you can see it behind me. It's huge. And I took the frame off and just slapped it on that wall, and I love it.
Sometimes you need some color down there. Because sometimes everything's white down there, and all the walls are white in these houses in Florida. Are just like, color, please, right?
Yeah, it's actually brown, like a tan color.
Yeah, it's pretty though.
I think my lighting makes it look white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nurse power. we need to give ourselves a little TLC though there, Miss Nurse Alexandria. Absolutely. And that's something I've taken away from this whole thing is, not just taking care of myself, but letting my husband take care of me. Cause I was always, I'm fine. I'll take care of him. I'm the nurse.
Exactly. You're like, why don't you how are you feeling? You're like, fine. They're like, oh, you're fine. You have a cane today. You're like, I'm fine. Maybe you had a walker. I don't know. We could have had a walker. They're like, is she really okay? You're like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. That's what I would say. I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, you're wearing a dress and not really heels, but kind of heels with a walker. I'm like, I'm fine. I mean, I just would plow through a whole bunch of people, right? You probably did too. You probably are still. It's different. I think it's different in Florida right now. You guys get out a little bit more.
Yeah, well,
so us.
I think you guys have snow tonight, don't you? You said
we have a lot of snow. Here, I'll look to see if it's still snowing. It's going to be snowing. It says 100%. 100%.
I want some snow so bad.
Yes, the people that are coming in now, if they saw the little snowman on the Canva, it's because she has a obsession about being in the snow over the holidays. Right?
I do.
I know, right?
My background. Do you want me to give a little of my background?
Please do. Yeah, I was reading the whole thing about being in Saudi Arabia and all that.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
So
please send them
my
more.
obsession is, I went from living in dry heat to humid heat,
Mhm.
from the desert to Florida. So it is just, my obsession is snow. And I love the cold too. So as soon as it gets cool in Florida, the windows are open, the sliders are open. But we've seen snow. I've gone to, I went to boarding school in Switzerland and we had a lot of snow. But I've never been there for Christmas. So my dream is a white Christmas, and we've tried a couple times. My husband and I gone to Tennessee, grabbed a cabin for a month up there, and the whole month we were there, it didn't snow, or it snowed when we left or right before we came in. So it's like, you never know. And I think the best place I'm going to have to go to make sure I get a white Christmas is like Alaska.
Oh, we have friends up there from LinkedIn. Well, from LinkedIn we do. That's for sure. Oh, here we go. Oh, here's the end. Sends down to Deborah. Actually, Jason, I'll let her tell the story about. Why don't you tell them how cold it was yesterday in Florida last night?
Oh yeah, it was really cold, guys. I mean, people were kind of laughing at me when I was saying we've got a cold front, but when I showed them pictures of how cold it got, it was night before last. It got to 19 degrees in some places in Florida. Where I live, it was 22, and we're talking cold because Florida people, we get cold when it's 50. So, and what's so sad is I put a video. I don't know, Jason, if you saw it on my profile video of a friend of mine who was videotaping by her house near Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
A bunch of manatees were swimming in from the river. And yes, Deborah is dreaming of a white Christmas. That's my one thing I want in my bucket. One thing. But it's so sad to watch these manatees all hovered in on top of each other, just one on top of the other, trying to get into the little warmer weather of, the warmer water. And there's going to be some that aren't going to make it out of there, and it's really sad. But WFC officers, they come down and they feed them and bring them romaine lettuce because on the East Coast, our waters are kind of bad. The rivers are getting polluted. So they used to be extinct back in the 80s, but we've got tons of them now. So if you ever want to see a manatee,
Jason,
19 degrees in Florida.
Jason, how warm is it up in South Dakota?
It was 19 degrees. I promise.
25 degrees here right now.
That's why I was
down to 15. Yeah, 15. No, 19 tonight.
19. Yeah, I was telling Jenny before we came on, we actually could have had snow.
See, I want everybody to know. Oh, Howard, you missed. I already told them what the giveaway was. I did because she got bumped off for a little bit, so I said, you know what? I'm just going to tell everybody what the giveaway is.
Go ahead.
I know, right? So I held it up and I was like, it's oral mouthwash. Everybody, the person that stays on the longest amount of time has the most comments. Right now, Jason, you seem to be winning. So most amount of comments will win the oral mouthwash. It's underrated, you guys. It's very good. Anyway, I'm going to move to your first question. How's that?
You got it.
What do you want? You want 1, 2, or 3?
Whatever you want. Surprise me.
No, it's up to you.
I don't remember them in the order I gave them to you.
You're not supposed to remember. See, you won't remember because this is a conversation of people that don't remember. Just like the best ever. You're like the best person to interview because we're both like, I don't know.
I know. Whatever.
You're gonna get number 1.
All right.
What from your childhood has prepared you for today?
Oh, I love that. I love that question because my childhood has prepared me for today by my parents giving me, first of all, the freedom to be who I am.
Yeah.
My parents were always there for us if we needed them, but they never were the type of parents that didn't let us be who we wanted to be. They gave us the choice to be who we wanted, but they taught us the most incredible values and morals. about getting to know different people, different ethnicities and religions and cultures. And by traveling, we got to where as kids, we didn't know hate at all. Nowadays, you hear so many young kids that, tease each other and they're mean. And we never had that. So the way the world is now, it's really kind of cold and bitter, and people sometimes can get mean. And I think my childhood prepared me to try to teach the new generation of my kids and grandkids, even though I don't get to see them as much as I want. I hope that what they see me do and standing for my values, we don't talk politics and religion, guys, but I say stand for what you believe in.
Right.
And that's what my parents have put into me. So they've taught me through this time that's really scary. Because of how I grew up, I've learned to walk in faith and not fear.
Right.
So that's, and I think if I wasn't prepared the way my parents raised me, I would be as scared as some of these people walking around that are thinking that the sky's falling in.
I know, right? I know it is kind of scary sometimes because you're like, what are these people thinking and saying, right? But you want 2 or 3?
That's fine. Two's good.
2? Okay, we're going for 2. What was the aha moment? We're going through. How do you spell aha? We were talking about that before.
That's another thing, guys. How do you spell aha? That's what we were trying to figure out.
Did anybody write where we're in here from? Like, where are you guys located? And also, how do you spell that?
How do you spell aha?
There's a lot of different ways. We were like, we're just going to go with that.
There's so many different ways.
Like, forget it. So what is your aha moment that you've learned from nursing?
My aha moment was when I started working for Hospice. Mm-hmm. I started working first in the ER. That was like my stomping ground and where I learned to, hey, look at that. Robert.
Hi. Hi.
Hey,
Robert. Hi.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for hopping on. Great live today, by the way. Unbelievable live today. But after I went through doing the surgical rounds and the orthopedic and the cardiac, I wanted to do something with hospice because of the hours. I was a single mother and I needed better hours. So I just kind of landed a job, good pay. And I learned through watching families go through loss and watching them cry and the regret that they had. And the regret that they had was not things like, I should have gone here, or I should have done that, or should have made more money. It was always about the things that were important with the relationship. And I've learned that when people pass on, you can learn from them, because everybody who passes on passes so differently. Right. And I would talk to these patients that were in end stage of life, and they knew they were terminal. And at one point they were dying on my shift. And this happened to me for months. And I remember going to my supervisor's office and crying. I was a young nurse. I was like maybe 28, 30 years old. And I was in tears and told her, this job's not for me. I'm doing something wrong. All these patients are dying. And she said to me, I said, there's 3 shifts and they're picking my shift to die on, and there's something wrong. And she asked me, what do you do and how do you talk to them? And what I do or did is I would sit next to them, hold their hand, pray with them, sing with them, whatever it was that they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And she said, that's why, because you were allowing them to be comfortable and you're showing them that there's nothing to fear. Whereas a lot of nurses are fearful themselves of death, so they sit outside the room or in a chair in the corner, just watching and waiting. And to me, that's like, I don't like that. I didn't know. Nobody really told me what to do. It was instinctual. And that's when I learned the value of just living your life and living it to the fullest. There's a quote that I love from one of my coaches, and I always use it. He always says, live and die on empty. And that's what we should all do.
Oh my gosh, I almost had to pull out the bacon. Damn it. I almost had to pull out the bacon just because you just said that. Right? That's my thing. I'm like, don't cry. I have bacon.
Get a bacon. That's so
That's
funny.
bacon.
I love that.
Right. That's my go-to thing right now.
And Jason and his spam.
I know. I was like, Tim was like, did you have the bacon? And he said to Jason, he's like, but you have spam? He's like, yeah, but I'm not going to open it. Jason was like, I'm not going to open it on your show. I'm like, I'm not asking you to open it. That's Tim.
Oh, that's funny.
I know.
That's funny.
Do you want number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. All right. We didn't have to wait for that because I'm running it tonight. What have you learned and gained from your stroke?
I think I covered that a little bit in the beginning. Is I've learned that, to pay more attention to my body.
Yeah.
To my own nurturing of my body. And the biggest thing is, being a little bit selfish and taking care of yourself is selfless. It's not selfish. Mm-hmm. And it's so important to, put yourself first. And I had a very smart nonna, grandma in Italy growing up, and never understood till I got older in life what she used to mean when she used to always say, you will never go wrong in life if you remember that after me, you come first.
Exactly right.
And it's so true, but I never did it, Jenny. I never put myself first. Never.
Exactly. I'm the same way. I was like, yeah, we can do that when I can walk around better. I was like, yeah, we can do that. I just take my car and then have them take their car so I could leave when I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Think about that. Right? Well, your husband and you go together, so you guys could go whenever you want, right? Or leave whenever you want. Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to share with everybody?
Just first of all, I just appreciate you bringing me on tonight. I love it. I love talking to people about things that could help them not go through what I went through. I am lucky to the extent that, it could have been a lot worse. Right. And I think it was a wake-up call because I was running 100 miles an hour doing nothing pretty much, because what was I doing? Making money, business. And that's not the priority in my life anymore. And my biggest priority is just being present in my present.
Exactly. You're present to all of us. So today is National CBD Day. So today is National CBD Day.
Yes.
CBD. Yeah. So how does CBD help you?
CBD has helped me like nobody's business, guys. And I didn't even know as a nurse 5 years ago when I started this journey really what it was and how it helped. I knew that we were giving it to patients that were going through chemotherapy for the nausea.
Okay.
But my whole journey with it started when I was feeling a lot of back pain and I was trying to get off narcotics. And someone said to me, this is what you should try. Not giving any medical advice or a disclaimer here. This is what it did for me is when I took it for my personal back pain and my spasms, it helped me. But what really launched me into getting into the business was when I realized what it did for my one little dog. I have a little pit bull who had a really bad reaction to a vaccine that he got. It was a rattlesnake vaccine. We live on a preserve. We have a lot of rattlesnakes and a lot of wildlife. And my neighbor said, there's a vaccine your vet can give them that if they do get bit by a rattlesnake, at least it helps their chance by 50%. So it's a series of 3 shots, and we gave them all the first shot. The other 2 dogs were fine. Within an hour driving from the vet back home, he was spastic. And he went spastic for like 20 days. on and off, 15 seizures, 10 to 15 seizures a day. And it was heartbreaking to watch. And I didn't know I could give it to dogs at the time. And my friend said, you have it in your house. You're taking it. Give it to him. Stop his seizures. Stop.
Let's do the disclaimer on that, though, because the human dose is higher than the dog. The pet.
Oh, yeah. No. I gave him
sure it needs to be like a pet dose. And there's tinctures for cats and dogs.
Yeah.
So just to let you guys know that, because
absolutely. At that point, put it this way, I was willing to try anything. So I gave him a small dose of mine that I had. And let me tell you what, it stopped his seizures that night completely. So then I went on and I ordered the one that for dogs, and the one that he's on doesn't have any THC in it. So also, there's a full spectrum that has THC. There's also the broad spectrum, if you want, that doesn't have it. But I fell in love with it because of just on a daily basis how it makes me feel. I feel relaxed. I feel calm, and especially someone like me now, since my stroke, I get days where I'm really anxious, and it calms me down.
That's great to hear. And you have a giveaway too.
I do have a giveaway. I don't have any CBD to give away, but what I do have, which has CBD in it, and I think a lot of people will love this product. It is called, I'll show you, it's called Limitless. And I have a sample that I'm going to ship out to whoever. How did we say we were going to do this? Whoever has the most comments or stays on the longest.
Yes, but
one or the other.
The thing is, I'll be like, there's a tie. I don't even know. I don't know. By the way, before I forget, please look at the little ticker down there, because I'm running the Facebook. You can
yes.
her on Facebook. You go to her name on Facebook.
Yeah.
And also on LinkedIn, I have that on too. You go to LinkedIn and look up her name too.
Exactly. It's the same on both.
Yeah.
But this product has curcumin in it. It's in a pill form. But what I do is it's a little yellow looking pill, and I open it up and put the powder that's in it, which has CBD and curcumin in it. And what it's called is it's our #1 bestseller. And it is for brain food, is what I call it.
I should write something there.
Huh?
So I should put comments in there. I'll be like, me. You guys, I got kicked off of LinkedIn because I got in LinkedIn jail because I was spamming this thing because I wanted to win a camera from Gabe.
Oh.
And guess what? I got kicked into LinkedIn jail, so don't do that.
Right,
but there are a lot of people on here, so I don't think that would happen.
Yeah. But anyway, what it does is it just it's really good for your brain. And what it does for me is the best way to describe it is when I first get up in the morning, it's kind of like the windshield to my life is a little bit blurry. And when I take these 2 pills in the morning, it just like a windshield wiper, everything looks clear, feels clear, and your energy level is through the roof. So there's your giveaway.
Like, I'll see. So we've got Oral mouthwash, which is vegan. Actually, it helps keep your mouth at a 7.0 pH balance. They also have the toothpaste. It's a $30 bottle of mouthwash, by the way. It's CBD. They have non-CBD too, so just let me know if you can't have CBD. And but it's it's everything. There's no sugar in here. It's xylitol. It's non-GMO. It's gluten-free, SLS free. You know, guys, when you brush your teeth, it's all funny. That's not good for you. A lot of people don't know that is not good for you. And this doesn't happen. Well, not this, but the toothpaste doesn't have that either. Or this. It's plant-based, essential oils, vitamins and minerals, alcohol-free, and fluoride-free. Which everybody likes that.
Sounds good.
Really? It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and most toothpastes have fluoride, so keep that in mind too. There's no fluoride in that.
It's fresh mint flavor, my favorite. So if you want the non-CBD, that would be you can get 3 different flavors: fresh mint, bubblegum, or cinnamon. So there's 3 flavors.
Sounds good.
Now we're just going to decide who won, right?
Yeah. So we have 2 winners. One person can pick from to wake up your brain, and the other one to sparkle your mouth.
My And it's, oh my gosh, you guys, your teeth will be like white from the toothpaste. If you guys get the toothpaste, you buy that, and the mouthwash, and they also have a breath spray.
Nice.
It's really nice for mask mouth.
Yep.
It's really nice for the mask mouth.
This is fun. I love doing giveaways.
I know, isn't it? I was like, yay, it's CBD day. CBD day.
Next time we should do a raffle giveaway.
I know, right? Well, that's what I was going to do, but then I thought, well, I just didn't know how many people would be on here. But Jason might have, I think Jason had more comments than anybody else.
Well, so, he gets both things in.
Oh, Jason. Uh-oh. Is he still on? I don't know if he's still on. He might still be on. Hey, Jason, what do you think about that?
What do you think about that, Jason? We both want to gift you something.
I know, right? But Jason, we had so much fun last week, too. I actually interviewed Jason, and then he interviewed me.
I saw it. You guys were so cute on that. It was such a neat layout. I loved it.
That's his idea. I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And he's like, that's the first time anybody's ever done that before. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I had no idea if it was or not, but it was fun, though.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yep. So anyway, do you guys have any more questions for Deborah? Because she's giving a lot of information, but she will answer anything.
Well, I don't mind.
She's a nurse. She can answer anything.
And if you want to get a hold of me afterwards, that's fine too.
Yes. And Marsha reads to shut up. Hey, Marsha. How are you?
Yes, she does look amazing. I was telling her that before we came on. Her hair looks incredible.
I was like, we won't even get into the hair situation. We're like, I know. With Marsha, it's so here. Marsha has, thank you. Marsha has family that is here, and Marsha, it is dumping snow right now. So I'm sure you've already been on the phone about that. So Marsha, you come in not last, well, kind of, because you just got in here and we just have 2 giveaways. So you have to catch up with your comments. You might win one. Because right now, Jason Freeman has won both.
Yes.
Oral
right now, Jason.
Which I'm sure you already have this, Marsha, right? Because she's very good friends with Howard. And they both live in the same town. And she has.
And then I have some brain food. These are little capsules that are CBD and curcumin. And they literally, see if I can read what's in here. It's hard with these glasses. I can't
read it. No big deal.
I can't read it. But I will send you pictures, information, whatever you want. If you want to look at it before we ship it to you, but it's free. If it's not for you, give it to someone.
Yeah. Oh, Marsha's like, I love Oral. Just the best. Yes, she is a big proponent of Howard and Howard's products. And by the way, you guys, Oral is this is a brainchild of a couple people, mostly Howard, because they went to not a grocery store, but I don't want to say pharmacy type of store, and they picked up all these toothpaste for kids. And it says on the back of the toothpaste, if the children swallow the toothpaste, please call poison control.
That's crazy.
And that is not okay. Tell me that a 3-year-old isn't going to swallow toothpaste.
That's crazy, right?
But now they can swallow toothpaste if they want.
No, that's awesome. And you said they have for kids bubblegum flavor?
Yep. And the kids, and they just reformulated it too. And the thing is now, this bottle is really, really heavy because it's made out of glass. So what they're doing, I know it's that cute. What they're doing is they made the glass interior. Now they're made of aluminum. So it's not as heavy and it won't break or anything like that. It's really heavy. That's what I was like, right? See?
Yeah. It's a good weapon.
I know, exactly. So they'll send you a bottle that's the aluminum bottle on the inside. But it's because, you guys, they were doing glass, now aluminum, because these toothpaste these things you get and everything, those are your toothpaste and your mouthwash. It's in plastic containers. That is not good for you because it's actually, I don't know what the word is. It's actually, I can't say the word, getting the plastic into you.
Absolutely.
So you don't need any more plastic in you. They're already drinking plastic bottles.
But also with the plastic, I learned this from this other business I'm with water.
Yeah.
People that drink out of I will never
Plastic.
drink out of plastic.
Right. Yeah.
Is the plastic bottles or the plastic containers. That's why she said it's so important what it's packaged in.
Right.
Is that you have something in a plastic bottle, it leaches plastic into the actual product.
Leaches, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
see, we're helping each other, girl.
I know, right? And you guys, everything they have their products in, it's all recyclable. So that's, even though this is glass right now, even the aluminum and everything will be recyclable too. So that's really important. It's very important.
That is important.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you know what the other thing is? So Marsha is here, but we're not going to give this away though, Marsha, because we do funny things with these steel-wool copper. But steel-wool copper was invented by Marsha Reese, who also invented sidewalk chalk, and because she didn't like the fact that our beautiful friends not across the pond, but on the other side of the country, on the other side that we maybe don't love right now, their chalk is actually made with bad things in it, like aluminum and things like that. Bad things. And so what she did, she made sidewalk chalk actually without bad. Sorry, Marsha was going, probably she's saying, hey Marsha, what's in the sidewalk chalk from the other country? I can't remember. I think it was aluminum or iron or something that's not good for you, not for good for your kids.
That's cool. That's interesting.
Right? She just keeps like inventing new things. But the steel copper, from China, it had lead in it. It's from China. I was not going to say China because that's another C word.
Yeah.
The C word, we don't want to get there's a C word from China. It's like, all the C words are not good for us right now, right? They're not good for us. So I know. But she invented that and she sold that. Like that, I think it was the beginning of the 90s she sold it.
Wow.
To a big company, like a big.
Incredible. Impressive.
I believe it's a comic company. But yeah, I mean, she's just like, and also you can put your hands and rest your hands on these, they're kind of like beads or whatever before, when you're going to be typing and stuff. She did that too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a bead, but you know what I mean? They're a gel, it's like a gel thing that you can actually rest your hands on. That was really big. I remember that was big when I was in school.
I love people that are creative and inventive like
all
that.
Made in the USA too. She is a big all made in the USA person, right? Yeah, so what'd she say here? The lead lets them use cheaper pigmentation, which also stains junk.
It's junk. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, I also we
started
talking about
made in the USA.
Everything
is, girl.
Everything. Isn't it great? But you guys, steel-wool copper, and this isn't about that, where it's about your stroke situation, but this might be good for patients that I know steel-wool copper is good for patients because you can't, actually the FDA, the EPA have approved it. You can put it on your phone. It kills you guys. It kills the bacteria for COVID. They actually said they approved that to say that. It kills MRSA. It can kill all sorts of viruses and bacteria too.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Cool.
Isn't that cool? See, that's good for you too. Especially in Florida. I keep saying, especially in Florida. I keep saying that about Florida. I'm like, yeah, Florida sometimes I just like, no. No, we're going to keep you guys safe down there too. But anyway, so guys I think Marsha's trying to beat Jason. Marsha.
He must have left us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she has 6 already.
Ooh.
Marsha does. She has
6
comments. And Jason, you're the winner for a while, but no. 1, 2,
Jason,
3,
what are you doing, dude? You're slipping.
4. Let's see. 4. I'm counting right now. So maybe I'll do some more. Like 4. He only had 4. Marsha is in the winner. Marsha, what did you say?
Marsha.
Exactly. Marsha's hilarious, by the way. But Marsha, thank you for coming on today. You're the winner of something. We just don't know which one yet. Right? Just tell us which one you like.
Whatever they want to choose is fine.
Marsha, which one do you like? I'm obsessed with never seeing snow again. Yes. She doesn't live here again. She did live in Colorado for a while. But yeah. See? And she's obsessed with seeing it again, Marsha.
She's never seeing. Oh my God, I'm the total opposite. I am obsessed with seeing snow. I don't know if Marcia caught the beginning.
No, I don't think she did.
I was raised in Saudi Arabia. My dad worked for Aramco Oil.
Yep.
For 20 years. So I was 15 when he retired and we moved to Florida where he's from. So I went from dry heat to humid heat, and I just want to be around snow and at least have one white Christmas.
But you went to boarding school in Switzerland, right?
So I went to boarding school in Switzerland, but I went home for Christmas. So I never got to see, I went home to, to Saudi Arabia for the holidays, so that I never got to stay anywhere for Christmas. It'll happen. It'll happen. I can go visit Jason now.
Oh, Marcia, you're saying that she's in the snow there this week? Well, Marcia, it was really cold in Florida.
I wonder if you want snow. It's coming this weekend. Oh God, you guys, I'm telling you, I have a friend that lives in Canada, and she is so sweet. She has sent me so many pictures, and I have a couple of friends that are from from New Hampshire. And they're sending me pictures because it's such a beautiful thing to see.
It's beautiful until it gets dirty.
Yeah. Right? Well, right now they're getting I think 2 to 3 feet of it, like in Canada. It's crazy.
Yeah, they are. I know, right?
Yeah.
Our girlfriend up there that we were both friends with, she took pictures. I was like, girlfriend? Oh my gosh, her dog was I thought her dog was under all the snow and everything, but some dogs like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's so beautiful. Like my husband's from Michigan. He was from Michigan. So he said, he goes, until it starts getting sloppy and dirty, he goes, it really is beautiful. Yeah. And that's the pictures I'm getting. So that's kind of fun as I'm seeing the beautiful pictures.
Yeah,
the lady in Canada, she lives on a ranch and she has horses. And in the midst of all the pictures that she sent me was a picture of her daughter's face going and I said, what was that picture? She goes, that was my daughter after the poor thing had to feed and take care of all the horses. You never think about that kind of stuff you got to do in the snow.
Exactly. So when it's colder, does that bother you at all? That's my last question. Does it bother?
It hasn't. I've not noticed it. It's never cold enough for long, I guess, And matter of fact, I think it makes it better because I don't do good in the heat. Ever since I went through menopause, every time I'm in the heat, I get
it's a different show.
Blood pressure.
It's a different show.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Jason's like, that's it, I'm out. I don't need your stuff. Sorry, Jason. That's kind of funny.
No, nobody wants to hear about that stuff.
I already talked about a CBD show one time. Bath bombs, oils, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You have it too. But you guys, is there any other questions you have for us? So we're just making up our stuff right now. Or we could talk for an hour. It's almost an hour now.
It's been an hour, I think, hasn't it?
53 minutes.
Yep.
I know, right? So anything else?
Oh,
this has been a fun show though. There was no bacon needed. There was one point where I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But I was like, okay, it's fine. And for a minute, I was like, oh, it's kind of sad. But it's okay because some people that come on here, they have triggers and I shouldn't even say anything in the beginning. Say, hey, this could be something that might upset you. Might want to take your kids out of the rooms if you want to. But they're already talking about medical conditions. But there have been, show's been a pause and still go together. I don't want more. I don't want. Anyone, whatever you want. Marsha, that was a winning win.
She's a character. I love it.
I know she's funny.
Oh
she's
my
really
God.
funny, actually. Yeah.
It's so true. Such a true comment.
I didn't even show her exactly what we can do with these. So the other thing that Marcia does when she brushes her teeth in the morning and at night, and her husband does too. By the way, they've not been sick for 5 years. Not one time. No sickness, nothing. For all of this, nothing. They don't take any of the stuff that's going on and they're fine. And they actually have people in a study or whatever, pilots, flight attendants, doctors, nurses, healthcare workers. They haven't gotten sick. They haven't been VAX'd either.
Wow.
No. You know what you do when you brush your teeth? You go like this. Because all the bacteria and the virus is up your nose. You just go like that and like that. And you can wash it off whatever you want.
That's cool.
It actually is from Power of Revere's Mines. So that's where they go. And you guys, pennies are not copper anymore. So Power of Revere Mines are not sending anything to the government to make pennies. Did we get a whole stack of pennies? Actually, you guys also, you get those, you go and have the Moscow meals and stuff, and they have the copper mugs. If they're shiny or anything like that, they're not tarnished, that means they actually have varnish on them. So it's not going to kill anything. It's not going to kill anything. Mm-hmm. So be careful when you see this stuff. Like our stuff is on Amazon, but when you see this other stuff on Amazon, it's not.
Yeah, I would definitely like to take a look at her stuff for sure.
Yeah. So, and actually, you can actually put your logo on the back of this. Mine's not very shiny right now. They can put logos on there and things like that too.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at it. Is it just under the name, or what's it under?
I can send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Will you? That'd be great.
Because I get 20% off.
Yeah.
I get 20% off if anyone's interested. But this is not a show about copy. Although I love it.
Very cool.
I'm very obsessed with it. Yeah. But you guys, let's talk about L'Oreal and their mouthwash or breath spray and their toothpaste. But this will only be for the mouthwash. And everyone said they could say that whether or not they want mouthwash or breath spray. No, I'm sorry, mouthwash, the CBD or non-CBD. Is that whatever you guys want?
Jenny is so smart. She knows her copper. Yes, she does.
I just want to stick it in my nose. I was like, I just want to stick it in my nose.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn about that because I've heard a little bit about it. And really interesting.
I've had some people, Marsha knows who this is, who actually wants to, he thinks it will kill bacteria in his ears.
Yes.
Right? It'll get rid of we'll get rid of the icky stuff in your ears too. I'm like, is that really true? She's like, I don't know.
What does it do? I missed what you said.
Mark would used to say, he would say, well, you know what, can we just stick in our ear and like get rid of bacteria and viruses in our ears? She's like, I don't know, maybe. Do you have a comment on that, Mark?
I don't see why not.
I know, right? Yeah. There's all sorts of interesting things you could probably do with it. But, that's okay.
That sounds really interesting. I can't wait to read up on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad you came on, Marsha.
I love her. She's like my mom. She's like my second mom. Try to become my first mom pretty soon, unfortunately. But not unfortunately for you, Marsha, but maybe. But I'm like, Mom, you're like, I'm not your kid. She has quite a few kids and grandkids, so she probably doesn't need another one, but I'll take her on.
That's all right.
Take me on. I know you can all whatever you want. And you guys
always enough room in our hearts for more love.
Yeah. It's really cute. It does. I don't know if you heard about this on I think it was on Bright. No, it was on Tim's show. She was on Tim and Kara's show for the cancer show. And she was saying that she wakes up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and has like it's epiphany from God. And Marsha, we talked about all this stuff before about religions and things like that. And she's like, I come up with these ideas. Like, why is he sending me this stuff at like 2 in the morning? And I'm like, is that what you're
talking about? That's what always happens. It's always in the morning.
It was like, she's sending me a text at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, why did she send that at 2 or 3 in the morning? Because now I know why. Because she's getting these like things that are coming down to her in the middle of the night.
That is so cool.
So who knows what she's going to come up with next.
So when it comes to you, Marsha, do you have to jump out of bed and do you have to sit down and write it down and figure it out? Because I've heard like with musicians, that's what happens is they'll get a quote or something, a message in the middle of the night and they have to jump up and write down the lyrics to the song they're going to write next.
See, this is really good because this gives Deborah new things to think about, right? We were talking about before, Marsha, that she has some issues sometimes with memory loss and things like that.
Yeah, so, see, and the memory loss, it's frustrating, the memory loss, because I've always prided myself in having unbelievably good memory. I was a nurse for 40 years and never, hardly ever kept a notepad. Everything was right here. And so for me, that's one of the biggest frustrations. Plus, I hate when I hit that wall. I'll hit that wall, and all of a sudden, my poor husband, honey, TV's got to go off. No more noise, no more sound. So if anything can help, that part, I'm always open to learning.
She just sent you. She does write it down so she doesn't forget the message.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to forget either.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. But this is a great time for us to end because it's on a positive note. I love
Absolutely.
that. Let's end it on a positive note. Anyway, I love you. I love you so much, Deborah. Thank you for coming.
I love you too, Jenny. I'm so glad we met. This was so fun.
I know, right? We have to thank Jason again because
so fun. Maybe next time we'll bring Jason on and the three of us will do something.
Exactly. I know. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. Yep. Anyway, but thank you for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
if you
everybody.
guys have any questions, just send me a message.
And have a great night and stay warm. Please stay warm, everybody.
You got it. I'm going to go and cuddle up in my PJs.
Right, exactly. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.